Yes guys, I'm back again. We went away but now I'm back again. And yeah, so thank you so much for those of you who are watching me for the first time. This is my YouTube channel. Normally I upload different videos, and don't mind the way I'm carrying my baby, okay? It's a struggle, but that's not why we are here. We are here to talk about my channel. Anyway guys, I do different kind of videos like cooking, trending news, live vlogs, anyhow. That's how that's what my YouTube channel is all about. Like, it's just all over the place, and I love it that way. Anyway guys, so today, like earlier before, I was cooking, and yeah, we can see that our beans, we were cooking beans. I hope you can see. There is our beans is in progress now, so it has cooked to some extent. Okay, so the next step is we're gonna put some palm oil. We're gonna put some oil in our beans. So I'm gonna put some palm oil. Okay, this is how I buy my palm oil. Red oil, palm oil. I don't know. A lot of you who doesn't know, like, palm oil is very red. For those of who are not Africans or don't know about palm oil, this is my palm oil. This is original, authentic palm oil. It's not mixed. It's just original, okay? So I'm gonna put some in our beans. These beans is going to be sweet. Ha! Going to be sweet. So we're gonna put some there. I think that's enough. We don't want to put too much, or let me see. We don't put too much, just enough for the beans. I think that one is enough. Then we cover it and continue cooking. So if you if this is your first time seeing me here, I've already told you what I do with my channel, and this is my boy here. So yeah, we going to talk about how to come to Sweden or abroad the easiest way. These are some of the videos that I've been doing recently. I've been talking so much on how to come to Sweden and the fastest way. There are so many visas that you can use to come to abroad, and I've been doing those series. I think I have done 2 videos, and I'm gonna upload the 3rd one maybe today or tomorrow. You know, there's some videos that I do, I just post them there, and before I come back I see so many views later. So I have them there. If you want to go, you can check. So the fastest way, you know, there are very many visa. There is tourist visa, there's invitation visa. You know, there's a difference between tourism, like you applying as a tourist to come to Europe, or let me say about Sweden, and then there's when you have a family member that lives here that will invite you. That is kind of invitation. Then the other one is Aupair. I've been talking so much about Aupair in my recent videos. Please go and watch my video I uploaded. No, I've not uploaded it about Aupair. I'm gonna do it today. I've done so many videos, but I'm so busy, so I've not really had time to like edit them. So that video about Aupair, then there is work permit, then there is marriage, and there is also asylum seeking. But asylum seeking is another long story. Of course it does work, but it's not that easy, because definitely you need to come in first and then you seek for asylum. Okay, so the other day, the first video I talked about student visa. So my first video I was talking about a student visa, like, and there's so much information about that on migration in like, let me take for example Sweden. You have to go to the migration Verket, and then you check like migration agency and check everything. So with the student visa, what I talked about, if you want to study a course that is like longer than 3 months and you're living outside EU, you need to apply for a permanent, like a resident, not like a permanent, like a residence permit. And then how, because you know you're going to study for long, because like, and this is for higher studies. So what do I mean with like a higher studies? Like, it's like when you finish your secondary school and you want to join university or college university or something they call folkhögskola, and that is in Sweden, they call it like a folk high school, something that is considered like a higher education. So you're moving from your secondary school and you're going higher to your career. I mean, all these courses are like career based, let's call them career based programs, and it has to be in a university or university college. And I think this applies to other countries like Germany, like Finland. Like basically the applications, they don't really differ so much. Like it's almost the same thing. Like if you want to come like a student, I would advise you that wherever you are, make sure that you are studying very hard. Okay, the reason why you need to study hard, because you need those high grades, you need some A's, you know, you need some A's in your certificate so that you can be qualified for scholarship. Believe you me, most countries, like let me say like Kenya, for example, right now Kenya is like bringing students to Hungary, okay? And for you to be qualified, for you to be qualified, you need a B, like a B, you know, you need to have passed, okay? So let me just update this. From Kenya to Hungary. So they've been coming like let me change this thing, guys. I'm coming. So guys, one, like what I'm saying, like that there are many visas. Like I said, hi, who are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. I don't know where you're tuning from. I'm so excited to have you. Welcome to my live stream. So for you to come abroad, like I said, they're like a student visa, relationship visa, tourism visa, marriage, relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, you know, work permits, and also like asylum. So they are different, but I've been looking at the easiest way for you to come to Europe and the best option, I mean the best visa to use. So like I said, like a student visa is one of those things you need. Of course, this student visa is for those who are still studying or those who have studied before. Maybe you want to do your undergraduate course, your master's, your PhD. There are so many opportunities. So the best countries that I think is Sweden. You can choose Norway, you can choose Denmark, you can choose Finland, you can use UK, you can use Canada. I mean outside Europe now, you can use those countries. So, and those visas, it's very easy. Like a student visa I was talking about, you need to have passed. So you need to study very hard so that you have very good grades, so that you are qualified to scholarship. Okay, for example, let me talk about like there's like these days there are so many scholarships for Canada, for especially Canada and Germany. I've seen so many scholarships, like they are open and one can contend for those one. Okay, you can try to see if you're gonna be qualified to get yourself a visa, you know, a student visa. So that's why I'm insisting that for that so young guys in school, you need to study hard, like, so that you're qualified to all this, you know, sponsorship. Because when you get a scholarship, you don't pay anything. Basically everything is free, like tuition fee, insurance, a lot of things. Maybe you just need some little money, you know, the first time, maybe the ticket, but most of the things, like when you have a sponsored scholarship, you know, it's so easy. So like now Kenyans, Kenyan has an agreement with the Hungarian government, and 100 students are supposed to come to Hungary, which they did last year August. They came, and the requirement is that you just have to have a B, you know, a strong B. Then you apply to the scholarship, and then if you need more information, you can always ask the Ministry of Education in Kenya how to go about it, you know. So they choose, many people apply, but they just need 100 students, and the scholarship could be 3 years and 4 years. So one thing why I like student visa is because it's long. You get a student visa to come to Sweden. If you want to stay here, believe me, you have a very good chance, because the visa is long. So it makes you understand the country. It makes you, you know, enter into the system, learn the language, try to look for a job, so that when you finish your studies now, you can apply for your permanent residence. I know, I can't even count a lot of people that I know, more than 100 people who came to Sweden or wherever in Europe through students, okay? And now most of them are Swedish citizens. And by the way, if you're watching me out there, I mean, like, I am not here to encourage people to leave their home country, and I'm not doing this video to show you that where you are is bad or you're in the wrong place. No, this is not the issue, you know, because there are so many, you know, everything has its own advantages, disadvantages, and there is nothing that is so easy with life. But for those of you who want to come abroad, maybe you want to leave your country, those are the people I'm talking to. But you, wherever you are, if you're comfortable and if you're happy wherever you are, just do your hustle, be happy, you know, because it doesn't mean that coming to Europe everything is rosy. No, it's also very hard. So, but that is why I've been talking about what is the best way to come, so that if for example you don't even stay after your studies, then at least you went home with something. You went home with your degree, you went home with culture experience, you went home more, you know, because the more you travel or the more you go, the more you explore, the more you know, you get information. So as I'm cooking, you know guys, we are talking and we are cooking at the same time. So let's check our beans before they get burned. Before we burn them. They are kind of almost done, guys. If I can show you inside this pot. Oh, so these are the beans, you can see. So it's kind of a beans porridge. It has to be mushy. That is the main theme. It has to be mushy, and believe me, these beans are very sweet. It's not like any ordinary beans. They actually call them honey beans because they have their own kind of taste, like they have their own sugar, not like really sugar, but they are sweet. They are really sweet, so I really like them, and this is good for your kids. So basically here is just the beans, palm oil, onion, 1 cube of Maggi, a little bit of salt, and yeah, if you want you can put dry fish. I wanted to put the fish, but I later changed my mind, so I'm not gonna be putting the fish in my beans. So where were we? We were about this student visa. I mean, that is the best option because the visa is long, so you have a lot of time to plan yourself. You have a lot of time to explore. You have a lot. So like I said, many people that comes as students, unless you get a job offer maybe back home where you are from, or maybe in another country, then many people just study and they get a job. You can study and then maybe the course you are doing, there is a demand for jobs. Have you ever thought, like, as a student you come and the course you are studying have a demand, you know, then you can study. Well, after you study, I mean, then you can stay after your study. So student visa is very strong. The issue with it is that it's not all the courses that are sponsored. So the reason why very sweet, guys. So this is our plantain. So we're gonna be putting our plantain inside the beans. Like, let me show you. We're gonna be putting our plantain there because the beans is almost done, and then we just need to put the plantain, then it will be ready. So maybe I need to put just a little bit of water, just small. Yeah, so cover it. So yeah, so now we can talk, and we still have our pepper soup. Catfish is still there. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna make the pepper soup, but I'm gonna wash the catfish and put some salt and leave it in the fridge. Tomorrow I'm gonna make the catfish pepper soup. You know, it's cold, so you need something spicy, you know, you need something hot, something to keep you warm. And I think mostly it's something spicy tea, like tea masala, pepper soup, porridge. Just keep yourself warm in this cold weather. You don't need to, with this weather, you don't need to drink cold things because you can get sick. And now with all this COVID and stuff, people are really getting sick. It's really good to keep yourself warm. So you need to take care of yourself. So guys, my baby is sleeping. So we're gonna put him to bed. So this is the fish I wanted to put in the beans, but I later changed my mind, so I'm not gonna put it. Okay. So yeah, so like I was saying about student visa, like it's one of the easiest and the best way to come to Europe. So after your studies you can stay, and like I said, even if you don't stay, you go home with something. Okay, but for example, if you have like a Schengen visa, which means if you get a visa, a student visa to come to Sweden, you can always travel to other Schengen countries, and then you can see where you really want to be, you know. So that's very good. Like with a student visa, like it gives you time to think over, to study the place. I know, oh, is this place good for me? How is it, you know? Because it's not really easy to change location. But when you have more time, because like when you're using like a tourism visa, most of them are very short, you know, so you don't really have time to understand the system. But when you have a visa that is longer than 1 year, you have so much time to explore. Most of the tourism visa, like Schengen visa, are always like 3 months, so they are not so long. I don't know if they offer 1 month visa. I really need to check, but most of them, or when you come for a conference, maybe you get a 1 month visa. After the conference or why you came here, then you just have to go home. So those kind of visas are very short. So that is why I've been talking so much on the best option, like that student one. It gives you time. So, and one of the requirements for you to apply is you need a passport. You need a valid passport. Okay, you need a valid passport. And then you also need your application letter, like not application letter, I mean like a acceptance letter. Maybe with the school you applied, the accepted letter, like a full-time course letter. You have to give that to me. for example, in Sweden, when you come, you need to show that you can actually support yourself economically, like financially, to buy food and other stuff. You need money, and most of the time, maybe for a year, they will need about 110,000 Swedish crown. Okay, that's about $1,000+. You need $1,000 or so for the whole year. So that's a lot of money. So if you are planning to come as a student, if you have a future, you can they normally ask for the first year, then the second year about it. So but for the first year, you need to show that you have the money to support yourself. So when you come students, you know, jobs, like you don't need to choose a job. You can do working in the hospital, you can do nanny. I mean, you can work in we need the language, you know, but maybe realize that okay, this thing is getting serious, then you start preparing yourself with the language to familiar to know how to excuse me, what is your name, you know, all those yourself. So like I said, the student visa application, you did money like 110,000 Swedish crown. That is to show you are going to, because you are going to support yourself, and then you need to have insurance. Although most universities in Sweden, most university and university college, you know, we have university and university college here in Sweden, they have insurance. So you don't really need insurance, like you're covered. Okay, they offer insurance, but that does not apply to all European countries. Okay, so you really need to check on that, but it's there on the application that what you really need, you know, it's one of the requirements, like a, you know, the medical insurance in case anything happens to you, you go to the hospital, you know, because medically here, if you don't have like a personal number, if you don't have like a resident permit, it's very, very expensive and you might not be able to afford it. Okay, so guys, I'm back. My baby is sleeping now, so I can rest. You guys, it's not easy. So our beans are ready, guys. Our beans is ready. Okay, and I'm telling you, it's yummy. I already know it's yummy. I don't even need anybody to tell me, but it's ready and it's yummy. So they are ready and yummy. Oh my god. You guys, let me put if you are lazy and you don't feel like cooking, this recipe is for you. Beans and plantain. Is the best. So that one is what I'm gonna eat. Guys, like who would unbelievable. So should I? Oh yeah, so sweet. It's very sweet. Guys, it's hot. Anyway, guys, like I was saying, about the visa, I think I need to sit down. I don't know if that one will work. If I can just sit down here, and then we can talk. Can you see me very well? I prefer this place. So guys, the student visa is one of the recommendations. Like I said, if you are joining me for the first time, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so glad to have you. So it's long and it gives you the opportunity to study the land. Of course, it's money, so you need to save. But like I said, it's just the first year that you need to show that you can actually support yourself economically. Once you come, you can always look for a job, like a nanny job, distribution job. And one of the things that can really help you is when you have like a driving license, because you can use your driving license, like international driving license, for 1 year while you're working to change your license into any other European country license. So it's very good, because if you're driving, you can always get job like from Uber, from Foodora, all these companies that distribute food or letters. There's always those kind of job for students, you know. Unnecessary with those one, you don't really need the language. Okay, so you first check if you are really like saying, okay, I'm going, for example, to Sweden or to Finland or to Norway or to Germany. You familiarize yourself with the language, like basic things. So student visa is one of those things that I think one should go for. And like I said, you need to prepare yourself, study very hard. You can come as an undergraduate, you can come for your past masters and PhD. I mean, things like masters and all those things, you just have to study hard. So the video today is an Aupair. So when it comes to an Aupair, a nanny, okay, an Aupair is like you take care of this program, this Aupair. Papi. First,